Good morning, Femi Atheist. Yesterday I posted a video asking for a legitimate, non-religious reason why people should not be allowed to be married. Gay people should not be allowed to be married. Haven't received any responses to that, so I hope that somebody will at some point respond to that. I will assume, though I'm sure wrongfully, that the lack of response means that everybody agrees with me. Yeah, that'll work out well for me. This is kind of in response to Richard the Dick Coughlin's video, where he preached to the choir, as far as I'm concerned. But certainly made a very good point about there was a comment that was made that religion should be banned, religion should be illegal. And it's like, religion pisses me off. Absolutely, I won't argue about that. Religion absolutely pisses me off. Religious people do stupid shit and affect my life in ways that cause me great amounts of annoyance and pain and anger. Certainly. But, in what they've done is that they've taken something to an extreme. They've overstepped their boundaries, and then it begins to affect my life. That's exactly what the atheist that Richard the Dick Coughlin was talking about said. He said, well, it should be illegal to be religious. It shouldn't be illegal to believe anything. You should be able to believe whatever you want. You should be able to believe that all children should be killed if you want to believe that. As long as you don't do it, you can believe whatever you want. We don't have any right to be telling people what they can and cannot believe. It's actions that matter. So, I agree wholeheartedly with what Richard the Dick Coughlin, I'm just going to call him Richard. I just want to say Richard the Dick Coughlin every time I refer to him. What Richard said there. Because we just become as bad as they are, if we do that. I don't like religion. Not a big fan of religious ideals, and I think that religion is something that creates people that are credulous and non-curious, and it just leads to people that are stupid, as far as I'm concerned. Not people that started out stupid, but people that just have forgotten how to learn, because when your answer to everything is God did it, then you don't really have to be curious. Why is that flower there? God did it. Why do babies have to die? God did it. What should I do with my child who has leukemia and needs to go to the hospital, but I can't take her to the hospital? Who's going to help me? God should, but didn't, but that's a God's will. Anyway, religion is pretty stupid sometimes, and it creates stupidity. I agree, I believe that, and I am allowed to believe that. That doesn't mean that there aren't some religious people out there who are good people, and who are intelligent people, absolutely. I mean, if you're able to partition that little part of your mind off that says, okay, I believe in God and Jesus, if you're a Christian, I believe in God and Jesus, and believe that Jesus, if I pray, Jesus hears me and intervenes in my thoughts and loves me and all that good stuff. Super. If you're able to integrate that in your life with the fact that, that evolution is real, and that, that miracles don't happen, then go for it. As long as there's one rule that I wish that religious people would follow. The one rule that I think the way that religious people and atheists could all get along, the way the world would become a world of peace and happiness and tranquility, is the world where people stop trying to make other people do what they want them to do. Specifically, religious people need to stop legislating their religious rules on other people. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not any kind of religious person. So therefore, I should not be held to those religious rules. Period. I mean, that should just go without saying. You know, and okay, counter argument. Well, what if you? I'll just say this before somebody else does. Well, then that means that you can go out and kill people and do things like that, and you can steal stuff and whatever. So that means that you should have to live by religious rules, because if you didn't live by religious rules, then you would just be free to kill people and rape children. No. I live by society's rules, and by a little thing in my skull up here that exists between my ears, and it has a center for emotion, and I have an ability that I notice a lot of people out there kind of lack, and it's called empathy. I experience vicariously through others what it would be like to feel that. You know, I can understand what it would be like to be killed by imagining having that happen to me. I can understand what it would be like to have a loved one killed by understanding what it would like to have a loved one killed, you know. And I know what it's like to have a loved one die. I've had that happen far too often in my life. So why would I want to inflict that grief upon somebody else? That's just a start. Not to mention the fact that, you know, it's illegal and all that good stuff. I would never kill anybody. It's not even in my nature to do so. I would have a difficult time killing somebody that broke into my house. So, you know, I don't kill flies. I don't kill spiders. I am not, you know, I'm certainly, and it isn't because of any religious conviction that I have. It's because I don't feel the need to kill things. You know, I don't require a book or to go to church every day to remind me that I shouldn't kill people or steal things, you know, because I just know what it's like to be stolen from. I know what it's like to be killed. I have an idea of what it's like to be killed, you know. I have an idea of what it's like to, I certainly know what it's like to grieve, so I just don't want to put that on other people. It's called empathy. Look it up. So, yeah, there's your answer to, you know, well, if you don't have God's laws, then how are you going to exist? Blah, blah, blah. So, the big rule that one should follow, that everybody could follow and everybody would get along, is just stop pushing your beliefs on other people. I'm not pushing my beliefs on anybody. I believe this. I'm just reacting to other people pushing their beliefs on me. Stop telling me that I can't marry my partner. I want to call him my husband. We've been together for 3 damn years. You know, certainly I know many, many couples that got married after 1 year. I would have married him after 6 months. I would have married him the day I met him. No, probably not. But I certainly would have married him after 6 months, you know. And I definitely would have married him by now. I mean, we've lived together in the same house for 3 years. That's not, you know, that's not a passing thing. It's certainly not a one-night stand. And there is love there. A lot of it. And it's marriage-worthy. So get your damn religious laws out of my life. Let me be able to do the things I want to do with him. Just because he's a boy doesn't mean that that we're any less people, and that we don't deserve to have the rights that come along, the societally recognized, legal, non-religious rights that come along with marriage. I want to hear what you think about this stuff, so please leave a comment, rate the video, all that good stuff. I hate to beg for that, but, you know, it sucks to sit there and watch your video and not have any comments on it, but I guess it takes a while and I shouldn't expect it right from the beginning. But let me know, talk to me, do things, say things, respond. Have a lovely day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. Specifically, you know, everybody out there. I like Som Gets Chris. She's really cool, and she made a good video today. I just discovered the Peach. I've really been a big fan of Richard Coughlin recently, and the Atheist Experience, and all those guys. I just love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day.